Hello, this is Burke Lyle here reporting, and I'm received the news that the New Orleans Saints will likely have to relocate to start their season. They're actually scheduled to play the Packers on September 12th. That's a Sunday. That's less than 2 weeks from now. And then they play on the road at Carolina, at New England, and the Giants again on October 3rd. And interesting how their schedule works out. They go on the road to Washington, have a bye week, play a home game at Seattle, or a road game at Seattle, pardon me, on the 25th. That's week 7, so it's interesting. So the Saints play just 3 home games up until Halloween, where they play the Bucks. Now that's a whole other story for another time. But looking at the Saints' schedule, play a home game on the 12th, now another one for 3 weeks, and then another one for 4 between a road game, a bye week, and another road game. So for the Saints, what they're doing is just 3 home games. So if you're talking about a month of relocation, that means you lose 2 home games. I've heard talks. It looks like they'd be playing an AT&T Stadium in Dallas. The Cowboys are on the road against the Bucks that week. And then the third, who knows where that could be. You could relocate to LSU. You could try to find somewhere else just to play a temporary home game against the Giants, and then maybe then you can come back later on. So this is nowhere near as bad as Hurricane Katrina, but yes, there are reports of the Saints relocating. Due to the hurricane, the damage was significant enough to where the Saints could not play home games as of right now. That being said, I want to talk about the 2005 Saints and just doing a little storytelling. I mean, Katrina was so severe that the Superdome was destroyed. I was just reading Wikipedia article, The Effects of the Saints. CNN did this reporting. Granted, Wikipedia, I think they're pretty trustworthy, but it was interesting how it said the Superdome's so damaged that it might have to be demolished. Well, yes, New Orleans was hit by a severe hurricane back then. It damaged the Superdome badly, and many people thought that the Saints were going to have to relocate. I mean, that season alone, they played their home games were in the Alamo Dome in Texas, Tiger Stadium where LSU plays, and the Alamo Dome again. So LSU and the Alamo Dome in San Antonio. And you thought for sure the Saints were going to relocate. Remember the Hurricanes playing Oklahoma City for 2 years, and again, it's funny how the Saints in 1 year went from 3-13, looked like their time in New Orleans is over, and then in comes Drew Brees, in comes Sean Payton, and all of a sudden they're this, what I would say is this new team. They transform. They go to the conference championship game. Within 4 years, they go from they have no future in New Orleans, no Superdome. They're out of here to Super Bowl champions. You talk about the Drew Brees era. And the Saints, after almost 40 years of mostly losing, then all of a sudden turn into a contender and they win a Super Bowl. Could have won multiple Super Bowls. Definitely had the talent to win multiple Super Bowls. They won just one, but looking at this 05 roster, a lot of guys who I see on those teams did not contribute to future teams. They look at the 06 team, they go 10-6, win the South. All of a sudden, you have Drew Brees coming in, just a completely different team. You draft Reggie Bush, Marcus Colston, the 7th round pick, who really had a major impact. Roman Harper was drafted on that team. Just a completely new and transformed team. Just players contributing, and obviously this led to what happened in 09. So the Saints just taking off and just changing everything, and just the moves they made when no one thought the Saints had a future in New Orleans. So just a little storytelling there about the Saints relocating this year temporarily. But this is a very minor thing compared to what happened, say, 16 years ago in 2005. What could have sent the Saints out of New Orleans permanently? They could have just given up on that. Could have been the end of the Saints in New Orleans very easily, and there are rumors of that being the case. And he thought that was the nail that sent the Saints out of New Orleans. Instead, they came back. Drew Brees went to New Orleans, somewhere where who would have ever guessed that the guy and Drew Brees got hurt with the Chargers shoulder injury, comes in, changes the Saints franchise, and the rest is history. And the Saints are who they are today, with the city not giving up on them, with just the league could have relocated them, the ownership, Tom Benson, and family could have relocated the team. They did not, and they chose to stay in New Orleans, and that's the story. So I just wanted to share a little bit of kind of the history of the Saints and hurricanes, and again, Hurricane Katrina, very severe tragedy. Over 1,800 people were killed in that hurricane, and New Orleans is still feeling the effects of that today, and I think they will for many more years to come. This is Burke Lyle here reporting on the Saints.